Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Cambodia. And what we're doing today is we're going to take a look at Cambodia's newest UNESCO World Heritage Site. We're going to look at Isanapura, which means the city of lingams in Cambodian. The more common name is Koh Ker. And it was a UNESCO World Heritage Site in September of last year. And I came over here and I did a video last year, but I was in the area and I wanted to come over and see it again because I really like this. What this is a pyramid style temple that is from the 10th century. It's 921, I think, is when they made this the capital. Jayavarman IV was the kind of the uncle of one of the kings from Angkor, and then he kind of usurped the throne. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on. So anyway, this was the capital for a short time, but there's some pretty cool stuff here. So let's walk through this temple and let's see what we see today. Now this is deep in the park. You come in and there's a road that does kind of a circle, and there's a bunch of small little temples. This is the main one. This was the kind of the heart of the old capital. And we'll walk through here. There's several buildings made out of brick and sandstone and all of that. What a great area. It's just kind of out here in the jungle. There's still a lot of the locals that farm in this area. You go through here, you see rice paddies and stuff inside of the little park. Getting in here is $15, so you got to pay when you first come in. And then it's about an hour and a half or so away from Siem Reap. It's an easy half-day trip up here, and you can combine it with some other things if you're wanting to come over here. I got up this morning, jumped on the motorcycle, and came over here just to see this. This is my fourth UNESCO World Heritage Site in Cambodia. I've decided to go to all of them. There's 7 on the tentative list, and then there's 4 that are UNESCO Heritage Sites. Check this out though. So you got all the laterite stones, they did the sandstone. This is a fantastic little area. This is so far away from the tourists of like Angkor Wat. And it's fantastic. It's just pretty much in like the primitive condition with, you see some of the stuff they're doing to keep the towers from collapsing and falling. You could see this building here. Now, Koh Ker, or Koh Ker, was designed to be built on a grand scale. So the Khmer architecture that you see here was bigger and better than anything that they'd done up to this point. It was a nice stepping stone. And then it later led into, you know, eventually the Angkor styling. But how great is this though? So this is still a lot of rubble and stuff like that, but you can see the stone carvings. You can see the towers. And then we have some monks here. I was talking to one of them, and he's just been a monk for 2 days, and they're out here seeing the sights. It's really nice. They're out with their families and stuff. So this stone right here is one solid piece of sandstone. And it would have been the center support in one of these buildings. You can see the doorways. And you can see how they did the stone carvings up there. And the use of the laterite stones with the sandstones. You can see what's left of that pediment right there, and then the lintel. And this building here, you can see where the termites have built up here. And it's just a open building. It's kind of cool. It just had windows on this one side. And you can see the styling here. So they carved those cuboids into these nice round stone columns for the windows. And then over here, there's just the solid laterite stones with sandstone up at the top. And you can see how they fitted them all together. Just amazing. This was not the capital for very long. Jayavarman IV and then his son reigned over here. And then I'm not sure what happened with the succession after his son. We have this really amazing brick Prang right here. You can see the size of the columns around the door. They have the Khmer lions, they have the sandstone steps, and then they did all the courses of brick up. And then you can see what's left of that lintel. It's got a huge chunk missing out of the middle. I'm not sure if that was like the churning of milk or which scene that is. And we got some bees right above the door. And I think there was a Shiva Linga in here. This was a Shiva temple. And you could see they carved around that pedestal right there. Also, you can see the figure right there. And then kind of cool, they did the brick right above the door. And you can't see inside of there, they have it blocked off, but it's just absolutely a massive structure. And what I like about these places is how they lined everything perfect. But we can get a nice look here at this column. It's just absolutely massive. So my head is right here. You can see all the little details. Just absolutely amazing. You can see the brick, how they constructed this. They used kind of a medium-sized brick. It wasn't the small like Roman style, but some of the places had a little bit bigger brick than that, but it's probably the medium, kind of the more common used. Yeah, this is the perimeter wall here. You can see the laterite stones, and then they carved the top into that triangle. And then they have a lintel just sitting right here, and it's a massive stone. I don't know where it's going to go, if it's going to go right here eventually, if that's where it was. But you can see this was brick and laterite, and you can see the carvings in this column here. Go in. We got some water and some more of the smaller little buildings and stuff. So these would have been on the left and the right of the path after you came here to see this big, huge Shiva Linga in this main prong. You can see the carvings here that would have been up across the top. Now they're just kind of a kilter. But you can see how they carved it. So they carved these and then they notched it, and then they set this on top of it. So all those notches fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. And so whenever one stone collapses, everything above it comes tumbling down also. So this is from 921, just a few days ago. You see the stone carvings that are left. They're pretty weathered. This tree has found its way in here. Just really, really amazing. And this would have been the moat. And then we got an inner wall coming up here. And you're in here amongst these trees, so it's really hot. I think it's probably already like 37 degrees or so, and it's 9:30 in the morning. But these trees kind of give you a little bit of shade. It's going to be 41 or so today. It's going to be hot, hot. So it looks like we have Vishnu up on the three-headed elephant, the Erawan. And then you can see the pediments over here. Oh, just absolutely fantastic. Go inside. And so we have the figures carved in along with all the floral designs. This lintel here is cracked. You can still see a little bit of the figures in it. And then pretty much everything over here is missing. There would have been another figure balanced out on that side. Now this was a temple dedicated to Shiva, so this might have been the sacred bull. Kind of looks like that maybe to me. And you can see some more of the pieces over here. And then check out this wall right here. Oh, this is nice. This is the faux door. And you can see all the detailed carvings in it. And this was the same on the other side. And then they got the little columns for the windows. It's a little bit lower. Oh, this is really nice. I didn't notice this part when I came here last time. So what's nice when you come to a place, you've seen it before, and then you come back and you see so many little details that you missed the first time. Oh, this is really nice. So this one here is in really bad shape. You can see all the rubble out here. And then we got some brick buildings inside here. So these would have been matching buildings on each side of the walkway. Go through here. Yeah, there's a lot of rubble here. Yeah, those bricks disintegrate and they just turn to basically dust. Well, the sandstone break and you can kind of still see the shape of what it was. So they're doing some work in here. You can see this used to be a tower here. Probably a couple little towers here. And we got several across the way. So they did the sandstone entry with the brick towers. And then we got a couple little, maybe the lions, and a big center tower that was right here. So it looks like we got 5 across behind the big one, and then a couple smaller ones behind them. And you see the stone carvings and the lintels. Yeah, not a whole lot left of these anymore. But you can still see the styling that they did with the faux doors. And they put the sandstone steps and everything. And these are all the original stones, the original bricks. You can see how they cut it into like an octagon there. So they use brick for all of that on that side instead of sandstone. And you got another little pediment for the image. Yeah, what a nice little area here. It looks like there was 2 rows of 5 towers. They might have been dedicated to like the ancestors and the family members, stuff like that. I don't know. And then this is back behind. So there was some more smaller structures right here. Now we're almost to the whole reason to come here. This is the best part of this temple. I mean, it's all really quite cool, but the pyramid is the reason you come here. So you can see another wall here made out of sandstone. So we go up on these steps. And they had some sandstone structures over here on both sides of the trail. You can see the wall here, the styling at the top. And they had little notches, so they would have put some smaller little pieces up on top of it. And all the stone carvings. So you can see the Espara right there. And they would have carved all this. Yeah, it's really quite amazing. And we're just kind of walking on, they have a little elevated walkway here. It goes over these over the rubble. You can see more of the little windows and how they're trying to keep it from falling down. And so this is what they found inside of here. And that's what they think the building looked like originally. So we got some water storage here. Really quite nice. So we got the base of these 2 figures right here. So 1 set of legs and 2 torsos. And then we can see stone carving in here. It's pretty faint, but you can still make out some of the details. And they have this all just sitting out here on the sides of the little entryway. And we're almost there, 1 more wall. And even the rubble here is fantastic. So we got half of a lintel, some of the stone columns, places that they haven't put them yet. Looks like we got part of the little Naga bridge over here. Yeah, these are a Naga. And I don't know if they did the balustrades around the water like they did later in the Bayan styling, but that is clearly a Naga. And I don't know if this was part of it also. Could have been just part of a building. You can see that is the Naga on that side also. And then we got the lintel. It would have been on this Gopura here. Okay, so let's go through this. And the really nice view is upcoming. You got this open courtyard. And check this out right here. So we're going to go up to the top. Humongous area. So have this path right here, and this would have led you right up to those stairs on this humongous pyramid. There's a walkway that's on the back side, and then up at the top is a 4.5 meter tall Shiva Linga. So they have it made out of sandstone on the outside. And then up there at the top, have a little platform. They would have had some structures down here at the base also. And they would have probably had lions and elephants, lions on the sides of the stairwell, elephants out on the corners. Okay, let's walk around and we'll go up to the top and enjoy the view from up there. It's a little hazy today, but it's all right. We'll be able to still climb up to the top. Just how cool is this though? Really amazing. And this is from the early 10th century. 921 is when they built this. And they used manual tools. They used the beasts of burden like elephants to drag these stones. So they quarried them, hauled them in here, set them in place, and then they did all the fine detail work on it. Really a testament to hard work and their belief in their religion. So they did all this for, you know, Hinduism and their king. These humongous stones over here on the west side. There's probably a structure here at one time. Now there's just the open area, some rubble over there. And then you can see those tops of the wall right there. That would have been on all of it. Those little cone-shaped stones. And those right there are the little stones. You can see they notched them on the bottom, and then they were set right on the top of that triangular piece at the top. These stones right here just themselves are amazing, and it's on top of a, I don't know, 10 meter tall wall or so, with the trees growing. And the monk's still out here taking pictures and stuff. So there's the pyramid. We'll go up to the top. Here's the wall. They have a little break in the wall for this right over here. This is the white elephant. And it's actually on the 50,000 rial bill. Yeah, I didn't know what it was last time I was here, but they have a little shrine and the people come and burn the joe sticks and pray and stuff like that. All right, now let's climb up this tower. So we'll head on up to the top tier up there. Looks like they're doing a little bit of remodeling over here. So we have a generator and stuff going. So the first tier, you can see all the sandstones that are carved. So I'm about right here. That's the height of my head. And we're gonna go all the way up. It's just insane how big these buildings are. Okay, so we climbed from all the way down there up to here, and this is what we get to see. So you see the rice paddies, the little village, all the trees, and then we're up here on the top. So I'm a little out of breath from climbing, and I didn't have to pack these huge stones up here. You see that's a Garuda right there? That's fantastic. So there's two Garuda here. And then you have the stone carvings up there. So these are their hands. Looks like there might have been another one here that he's sitting on. And this would have been the 4.5-meter tall Shiva Linga. And then it had this little place that it would have been sitting inside of. So how do you go about moving these blocks around up here to restore it? So this is what it looks like from at the very, very top. So what a massive structure this was. And it had all the Naga around, like right there's the Naga, and then it would have the Garuda. And this would have been maybe like a little walkway. It's hard to see what it looked like originally, but this is the whole view from right up here. So that's the way we came in. You can't even see all those buildings because of the trees. And then this is the perimeter wall. So this would have been a city. So there would have been houses and everything down there. And then over there would have been the royal palace in that direction. And there's a water storage. Everything was built around this. It was on a pretty decent layout. And there's temples all through the trees. Yeah, how cool is this though? So all the locals come up here also to take pictures. These little boys, they climbed up here barefoot. They're climbing on everything, having a good time. You see them over on the stairs. Oh, to be 5 or 6 years old again. The world's your playground. So I see there's 2 more Naga right here. And then this looked like that stone went across the top. So there would have been a little building right here facing the south. Oh, this is amazing. One last little look around here. What a beautiful view today. Okay, so let's climb back down. They're remodeling the stairs, and I'll show you a little bit of the way down. So up at the top, the condition is a lot worse than down below. You can see how there's more rubble and stuff here. Down below, it's easier for the workers to get to, so they can tidy it up a little bit. Here, it's just a job even to get up there and to pull these trees and stuff out of it. I've seen some old pictures, and this was just overgrown with bushes and stuff. It's kind of surreal looking now with it being kind of cleaned up. And these guys are painting the new stairs and putting varnish on the wood. Yeah, that's a big job in itself. You can see the debris over here also, where those columns have collapsed down. And then some of the lower tiers. You can see the second tier, how they're able to come here and place up most of the big rubble. And then down on the second tier also. And I'm sure they had big elephants on the corners. If you go to like Siem and a couple of those other pyramid styles that are in Angkor, you can see the similarities between these and that. You can see the size of this. So this is the first and the second tier. And then it looks like they might have had little figures and stuff carved into the sandstone also. Yeah, this right here, was that maybe like a lion head or something? Huh, that's quite cool. Yeah, and there would have been, you see this stone over here? That would have been probably the elephant or maybe a sacred cow, since this was a Shiva temple. And so we're back down. What a climb that was this morning. I'm just drenched in sweat. But holy cow, that was fun. Let's go back over to the front, take one more look at it here. So one last look here at this fantastic temple. So all the buildings led to this, and this would have been the most sacred site with that humongous Shiva Linga. Oh, really nice, and it's a great area. A lot of ruin here. There's a lot to see, and it's definitely worth a day trip over here from Siem Reap. You don't have the crowds. It's so much quieter than inside of Angkor. Definitely worth it. I would recommend it. And the moat all the way around. Really, really nice. You're out here just amongst the trees, a little bit of rubble. So that's going to finish our video over here at this UNESCO World Heritage Site, over here at Koh Ker. This is fantastic. I really like it. Like I said before, I came here in October and I wanted to come again because I really like it. This was the 4th of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. I went to all 4 of them in 4 days in Cambodia and had a great time. This was the last one, and it was a lot of fun. This is just absolutely amazing. I really like it. I would highly recommend, if you're over here, it would be a shame to miss this because it's a special little place. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. If you have any questions or comments, ask me in a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it. Or if you've been here, let me know what you thought and if you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, stick around, and you're notified when I post a new video. And from over here in Cambodia, remember guys, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.